Welcome to The Creative Missionary, the podcast for songwriters, vocalists, storytellers, and artists who believe their gifts are more than just self-expression. They're tools for God's mission. Today, we're stepping into the story of one of the most remarkable musical movements in modern church history, the Canaan Hymns, also known as the Songs of Canaan. These hymns were not born in recording studios or concert halls. They were born in the fields of rural China, in the heart of a young woman named Lu Xiaomin, beginning in the 1990s. And their impact has been nothing short of extraordinary. Picture this, a young woman, the daughter of farmers, with little formal education and no professional training in music whatsoever. Lu Xiaomin wasn't a conservatory graduate. She wasn't a famous performer. She was simply a believer, hungry for God, and open to the Spirit's leading. In the early 1990s, she began composing songs, simple, heartfelt, scripture-soaked hymns. But she didn't write them down at first. She simply just sang them, and others picked them up. These songs spread from village to village, carried not by the radio or internet, but by word of mouth, by gatherings of believers, by the underground church. What made these songs so powerful? They were simple, easy to learn, easy to sing. They were biblical, rooted in scripture, often paraphrasing verses directly. They were emotional, expressing the raw faith, struggles, and hope of the believers living under pressure. By the mid-1990s, these songs were collected into what became known as the Canaan Hymns. Over time, more than 1,500 hymns were composed by Lu Xiaomin. The Canaan Hymns became the soundtrack of China's house church movement. They were sung in secret gatherings, in fields, in homes, in whispered voices, and in joyful shouts. And then they began to spread beyond China. Missionaries carried them abroad, translations appeared. Suddenly, songs born in rural Canaan province were being sung in churches across Asia, Africa, and even in the West. One scholar described them as the Psalms of the Chinese church, songs of lament, hope, endurance, and joy. Lu Xiaomin didn't have a music degree. She didn't have the right equipment, the right background, or the right platform. But what she had was creativity and a heart devoted to God. And that creativity became witness. Witness to the resilience of the church. Witness to the power of song. Witness to the truth that God can use anyone, anywhere, to create something that touches the world. The Canaan Hymns remind us that God uses the hearts of those fully devoted to Him and surrendered to Him in powerful ways. God can inspire songs from the fields of rural China to touch Chinese churches around the world. God can also inspire songs out of you and I to touch the hearts of those around the world. Thanks for joining me on The Creative Missionary. If today's episode inspired you, please subscribe for more. And share it with a fellow creative in your church or network who needs a reminder that their creative gifts matter, and that creativity is for a purpose far greater than just self-expression. It's for God's mission. That's all for now. Keep creating, keep serving, and keep carrying the mission forward.